100-yard dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah.
Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Hit dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. Green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Ready. Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. It's time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot, and you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play, and you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the king.
All right, Coach. Under hazy, overcast LA skies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Washington Redskins and our home team. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
outside.
59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Good.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Give them 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Red 80. Let's go. Check 9.
Darnold from the gun. Open man, it's Allen. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
You're outside. 59. Mike's 59. On the ball. It's it.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Check.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd and 10 at the Redskins' 24-yard line.
Outside. 5-9. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Under
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss.
Ready?
Third and long, it's Darnold. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver. But no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at the 20. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 18-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Shift! Watch the shift! Check. Crouch! Crouch! Crouch!
On second down, Love. And an alley to run. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30. 10. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, 82 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Going deep here for Allen. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's 3rd down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Got a man, that's Quinn. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Switch, 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 switch. Switch! Hey! Check. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
They'll run with Love. That's a gain of 6 on the 1st down run.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now on 2nd and 13. Haskins. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 38-yard line. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. On 1st down, here's Love. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Get him! Check 3! Check 50! Check it back! Check!
That's the end of the 1st quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
Ready? 52. Hey.
2nd down, Haskins. Completes it to Aguilar. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines have to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. Haskins. And it's caught. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. This is Gordon. And some room to run now. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 31 yards there and a first down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now Gordon on first down. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
2nd and 5 now. Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
It's going to be a long day.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. He'll get this to Eckler. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Darnold, back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. Badgley's kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. On the carry, it's Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Love. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the 1st half. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Here's Haskins to throw. It's caught by Aguilar. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give the Redskins 13 there on a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
He's coming.
On the draw, this is Love. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 50 seconds to run. 50 seconds to run. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field.
2nd and 5 now. Haskins under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that Puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Here they come. Second and 10 now from the 10. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides try.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, 79 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Darnold. Complete. It's Henry. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
56. Mike's 56. You got nothing to run. You got nothing.
Throwing here on third down. Darnold going up top. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Talk about, love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He'll return it from the 6. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That really sets him back, a loss of 6. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the 2nd half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. The intended receiver there, Allen.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here we go. Here we go. 16 running. 16 running. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Here's Love again. And an alley to run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check 37. Check her up. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
From midfield now, Haskins. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Switch gears. Switch gears.
Now it's Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
57. Mike, 57. 6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. 36, 36.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. He's going to field this at the 4. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Switch it. Switch it.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Watch a slap. Watch a slap.
Another toe for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. 2 yards on the first down carry and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Mike, check. 59.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Let's go.
At their own 15-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check 99. Out. Watch twist. Check.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. That he's into the clear. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Here's Darnold. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for L.A. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Second and 2 at their 48-yard line.
Check 52, right? Check 52's the line.
If you don't get this, boy, you think you won't get this? You think you won't get this?
You go take. You go take.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Love, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch the edge. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
This is Love. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check. Check hot, bro. Hot, hot. Check, check.
Now it's Haskins. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And a sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is fielded inside the 5. 12 yards on the return that time. The Charger drive about to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if something like there'll be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
56.
Darnold now to throw. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run again with Love on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Hey, watch it.
Shotgun handoff now for Love. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Trying the toss play to Love. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 45-yard line.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now a give running right is Love. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, here's Love. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Right, 52, right, 52. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him. So that'll back him up 5. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they will take a knee here. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So for Washington, they pick up win number 4 on the campaign as they emerge victorious here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew,